We begin with breaking news in Orange County on CBS2 News at 5. A Cal State Fullerton student was stabbed in a random attack near campus. The 20-year-old woman was stabbed in a parking structure on Brea Boulevard, where a shuttle takes students to campus. She was taken to a nearby trauma center and we're told will be okay.
Both Beechwood Elementary School and a church nearby were placed on lockdown while police searched for the suspect. Officers found him hiding in a neighborhood. He is now, as you can tell, in custody.
And more breaking news, a real scare on campus. An emergency alert went out after a student was attacked with a gun at Cal State Channel Islands. Now that attack sent the victim to the hospital and forced classes to be canceled.
Tonight, whoever did it has not been caught, at least not yet. CBS 2's Amy Johnson's live in Camarillo, where students are still shaken up. It's understandable, Amy.
It certainly is, Jeff and Pat. This was a serious attack. As you mentioned, the female student had to be taken to the hospital to be treated for her injuries. And what makes this so random, so strange, is that she told police she doesn't know the woman who attacked her and she doesn't know why she attacked her. Campus police searched Cal State University Channel Islands for a woman who they say attacked a female student on the Camarillo campus.
It's crazy because it always happens somewhere else and never here.
The assault happened around 11 this morning inside this ladies' restroom in the Bell Tower building, an academic building full of classrooms.
It was a physical assault, and during the course of the physical assault, a firearm was brandished and she was threatened with that.
From what I heard from intercom and other people around me, that she threatened her don't get up, I'll come back, and then she brandished the gun.
The school sent out an alert and rumors spread quickly, sending some students into hiding.
We have this little black closet and we just kind of stayed there until they gave us the okay that everything's okay, everything's fine, we can get back to work.
The suspect is described as 24 or 25 years old, wearing a gray sweatshirt, black pants, and gray Converse shoes.
We don't know if it's a student or not, but we're just glad everyone's safe.
Classes were canceled and students were told to leave the campus.
I don't think it was as big of a deal as people are acting, in the sense that it wasn't like a school shooting or something. I think it was an isolated incident. It seems to be that. And I'm just happy that the girl is safe.
Now, campus police tell us, along with the help from Ventura County Sheriff's deputies, they were able to search every building here on campus. They did not find that suspect, but they say that they no longer feel that there is a threat here on campus, and classes will resume tomorrow. Reporting live in Camarillo, Amy Johnson, CBS 2 News.
Amy, thanks for the update. All right, now to the wind and the warm weather we've been having. Well, some parts of the Southland are still under a red flag warning.
Yeah, this is how windy it got in Fontana today. The wind started howling overnight. Truck drivers were blasted by powerful gusts. Dry conditions mean heightened fire dangers. There's a red flag alert for both LA and Ventura counties. The winds rattled some school Halloween festivities. One Porter Ranch mother says it gave her daughter's costume parade a little extra spookiness.
And the kids are like, oh, their costumes are kind of just blowing everywhere. It's fun, but it's cold.
Yeah, those big gusts are quiet now, just in time for some trick-or-treating. But what can you expect while out gathering some candy tonight and other goodies? Garth Kemp is here with a look before you hit the road. Garth.
Yeah, well, we're still picking up some winds, but they're doing better for us. We've lost the wind advisories throughout the area, but it still is a little blustery at times. Downtown LA looking pretty good right now. Temperature-wise, it's a beautiful late afternoon, 75 degrees. West winds at around 5 miles an hour. Red flag warnings only till 6 o'clock. We'll see those stripped down. Same spots we've been talking about, but they are finally coming to an end. So for tonight, here you go. Looks pretty nice out there this evening. It's a beautiful last day of October for Hallows Eve. Mild through the 5 o'clock hour. 74 degrees. Creepy at 7 o'clock for the kids. And then just plain old sinister at 9 o'clock. 62 degrees out there with clear conditions. Be careful driving. Don't forget the kids are going to be out. The goblins hunting around early. Just be safe getting home and have a really safe and fun Halloween. Everybody, back to you guys.
All right, Garth, thanks very much. LA school police showed off some frightening firepower that they took from a man right outside a Studio City middle school. Check out the weapons found in 60-year-old Russell Polsky's truck. Polsky matched the description of a man who had been trying to lure girls into his truck right outside Walter Reed Middle School earlier this month. When they questioned him, officers recovered a loaded shotgun, unloaded AK-47 style assault rifle, handgun, loaded rifle and magazines, as well as a bag of ammo. The officer arrested Polsky for possession of a firearm in a school zone, and we will have a live update on this coming up at 6.
A new indictment today against a Lancaster woman and her boyfriend accused of torturing and killing her son. CBS 2's Dave Lopez is live in downtown LA where the charges were unveiled today. Dave.
Pat, it's a horrendous case, very similar to what happened a little over a year and a half ago to a different boy. This one involves Anthony Avalos. He's 10 years old. His mother and her boyfriend were indicted by a grand jury. It was a secret indictment that was unsealed today. We will not get all of the details because the transcripts will be not released to the public for at least 10 more days. But the bottom line is it tells a story of torture of a little boy who will never get a chance to grow up.
Today's his favorite day, Halloween. He should be celebrating at school. We just miss him so much.
But today, instead of seeing 10-year-old Anthony Avalos in his Halloween costume, doing what all 10-year-olds would do on this night, the aunt had to sit in a courtroom and listen as a grand jury indictment was unsealed against Anthony's mother, Heather Barron, and her boyfriend, Kareem Leva, each charged with murder, torture, and also mistreating two other siblings in the Avalos family.
This was a test run for the district attorney's office. They took in a lot of evidence.
Grand jury proceedings are secret, but we have been told that the grand jury listened to 57 different witnesses over a period of not quite 2 weeks before returning the indictment of murder and torture and the charges involving the two other siblings. And the district attorney, not wanting to go on camera, did confirm that the death penalty for both defendants is an option.
Are you expecting the death penalty in this case?
I don't know. I mean, just based on some of the other cases that you all are aware of that have been prosecuted recently, especially by Mr. Atami, I would suspect we're looking at that.
The attorney for Leva, the boyfriend of Anthony's mother. Neither Leva nor Miss Barron said anything in court. Their attorneys entered a not guilty plea. The facts of this case are brutal. They are accused of torturing this little 10-year-old boy for years, pouring hot sauce on his face, forcing him to kneel on rice, lashing the bottom of his feet with a belt, and holding him upside down and dropping him on his head. He died last June.
I know he's looking down on us right now and smiling because he knows that justice is coming.
The indictment means there will be no preliminary hearing. It'll go straight to trial. The next court date is December 3rd. Trial is expected to begin sometime in January. The DA must make a decision on the death penalty before that. One other quick note, it's very similar to what happened to little Gabriel Fernandez, that famous case where he also was tortured before he died. His father, his mother's boyfriend was given the death penalty. The mother was given life in prison after she made a plea bargain. Very similar cases. Testimony expected to be as very brutal as the other one was. Testimony that once you hear it, you wish you hadn't. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, Dave Lopez, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Dave, thank you. An LAPD sex scandal may be brewing. According to the LA Times, Assistant Chief Jorge Villegas has been accused of having improper relationships with officers before his sudden retirement last week. Steve Sobroff, the president of the LA Police Commission, told the Times that he received an anonymous letter about the 29-year veteran's vet, I should say, weeks ago. It's not clear whether Villegas' retirement is tied to that accusation. At this point, no one in the LAPD is commenting, saying state law prohibits them from talking about personnel matters.
Was James Whitey Bulger the victim of a mob hit? The notorious Boston gangster who was caught in Santa Monica after 16 years in hiding was killed yesterday in a West Virginia prison. A former federal investigator tells the Associated Press a mafia hitman and another inmate were behind it. The hitman's serving time for the 2003 killing of a Massachusetts mobster. The prime suspect was known to hate people who ratted on others. Bulger was an FBI informant who ratted out rival gangsters for years. His death is being investigated as a homicide.
Now to developing news. President Trump just upped the ante on his war against illegal immigration.
Yes, he now wants to send as many as 15,000 troops to the border. CBS 2's Juan Fernandez is here to talk about the raised stakes with just 6 days left to the midterms.
That's right, Pat and Jeff. A lot of moving pieces going on right now. Troops from 10 states are set to head to the U.S. Mexico border, all in response to that Central American caravan headed north. According to U.S. Northern Command, the number of soldiers right now stands at 7,000. But if the president has his way, that could more than double.
Our military is out. We have about 5,008. We'll go up to anywhere between 10 and 15,000 military personnel on top of Border Patrol, ICE, and everybody else at the border. Nobody's coming in.
President Trump once again ratchets up the rhetoric over stopping illegal immigration as the crucial midterm election gets closer. As the Central American caravan heads north, more troops prepare to help border agents under Operation Faithful Patriot. These soldiers arrived at Joint Base San Antonio in Lackland, Texas, waiting for instructions. And the president says he has no plans to back down from his move to sign an executive order eliminating birthright citizenship, where anyone born in the United States is a citizen, even if the parent is not.
I think it says it very loud and clear in the Constitution that you don't have to go through the process of whatever they're talking about.
That's a clear attack on House Speaker Paul Ryan, who said the president doesn't have the authority.
You cannot end birthright citizenship with an executive order. I'm a believer in the Constitution. I believe in interpreting the Constitution as it's written, and that means you can't do something like this via executive order.
It's even possible, in my opinion, this is after meeting with some very talented legal scholars, that you can do it through an executive order.
The president then hit the House Speaker with this message on Twitter. Paul Ryan should be focusing on the majority rather than giving his opinion on birthright citizenship, something he knows nothing about. The president's rally right now in Florida is one of 11 stops this week across the country in a bid to keep both houses of Congress under GOP control. When asked if he's fear-mongering to sway voters,
no, not fear-mongering at all. Immigration is a very important subject. The Democrats have let immigration in our country get out of control. As far as the caravan, which is very dangerous, you see what's been happening. As far as the caravan is concerned, our military is out.
Well, if the troop deployment to the border reaches 15,000, well, that's roughly the same number as the U.S. military presence in Afghanistan right now. And as it stands right now, it's believed to be the largest of its kind in more than a century. Pat and Jeff.
All right, thank you, Juan. Now ahead here at 5 o'clock, quite disturbing, a daycare fight club.
Yeah, young children pitted against each other while adults just cheer them on. What parents are saying tonight about that shocking video.
Plus, an OC synagogue targeted with a message of hate. We will show you a picture of the vandal police are looking for.
Trick-or-treating without any fear. We'll take you to one community event that is trying to do just that.